Yori Wine Cellars in Northeast, and you're taking part, Michael, in Wine Fest this weekend. Of course, it's your community. That's where your beautiful winery is located.
Yep, and it's always a great time of year. If you don't come out the Northeast during harvest, you're missing out on the smell in the air.
Right.
The smell is just
we're getting a little taste of it today. With
I brought some hand-picked grapes that I got for you guys today, and we could just smell the aroma of those. But magnify that by 20-some thousand acres of grapes, you know, and then the processors, obviously Welch's is there, and they process, so a lot of those aromas can escape into the air, and it's just a marvelous thing.
Yeah, so talk about the Wine Fest and what makes it such, you know, a big event in that area. People, I mean, thousands head to it each and every year. It's a favorite in this area.
Yes, we used to do it in 2 parks up until COVID, and then we took a year off in 2020 to do the responsible thing, and we put it back in Gibson Park only, and it's just as big. There's 11 wineries. There's plenty of tasting. There's a lot of entertainment, a lot of food vendors. There's 50, I believe 50 craft vendors that are selling specialty items and things like that. It showcases downtown Northeast. By having it downtown, it showcases what's going on in Northeast. And there's different businesses you can visit. You know, there's a Straw Hat ice cream shop. There's the Skunk and Goat. There's pizza places. There's the Skunk Goat restaurant and things like that. So there's a lot of stuff to do. There's little trinket shops, antique stores, and all that stuff. And people come to downtown Northeast. They go in and they look at what's going on. They obviously get to sample the wine. That's hopefully why they're there. But there's other things. The live entertainment all day, you know, all night Friday, all day Saturday, and part of the day on Sunday. And there's just so much stuff that it can be done.
You're seeing some video from previous wine festivals. Of course, Erie News Now is a proud sponsor of Wine Fest. 11 different wineries will be there this weekend. This is a huge economic boon for the community of Northeast and your own business, Yori Wine Cellars.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, it brings a lot of people in. Obviously, we are our tasting rooms downtown, along with another winery and a meadery. So we benefit maybe even a little more just because when people leave the Wine Fest, they have to go back to their vehicles or wherever they're going. So they'll stop at our place and maybe get some food or get some wine or beer or whatever. And it's the economic impact is just great because people can see, you know, the products that we're making out there, and the you know, and the wines and the awards that a lot of guys bring, you know, a lot of the wineries bring in and show you during Winey Wednesday. We're making really good wine, and some of it is as good as some of the stuff you get out of France, Italy.
So how do you decide what you're going to feature and showcase during Wine Fest?
You can't bring it all.
Can't bring it all.
Right. So we have a limit. You know, Uncork Northeast, which is the Chamber of Commerce, previously the Northeast Chamber of Commerce, or I'm sorry, Enjoy Northeast. They have a maximum of 13 different wines that you can bring. So you're right. What can we do to get everybody? So we usually pick a couple dry reds, a couple semi-dry whites, and then obviously sweets do very well. That's what we're noted for. But like I said, it amazes me how many people drink dry red wine, and even younger crowd of people that drink dry red wine. It amazes me. I'm like, okay, that person's going to get sweet, and then they get a dry red, and you're like, wow.
I like how you're judging the customer as they come up. So, you've got to be pleased about the forecast coming up. Not only does most of it look dry, but it's also that coolness in the air. The leaves are starting to change. People are really going to kind of embrace fall.
Yes, you know, 60s, 70s, that is perfect for Wine Fest. You know, you get that fall feel, and everybody just, you know, and I'm a person that likes a little bit cooler temperature too, so I love it. It's easier for us to, you know, to pour wine and for people to enjoy the wine instead of being too hot and muggy.
Going to pull out the boots and the scarves.
And the hat. I love the Wine Fest hats. I've got a couple that I love. Michael Yori, thank you so much for joining us today here at First at 4. It's going to be a great weekend for Northeast Wine Fest.
And kicking off Friday, right?
Yep, Friday at, I believe, 4 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. So 4 to 8:30.
Head to Northeast. That's where everybody will be this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Michael.
you for having me.